up this weekend, July 8th, we got Eimantas Stanionis versus Vergil Ortiz Jr., which should be a bomb burning welterweight matchup, man. So I'm here to give my prediction for that fight. So let's get into it, man. We got Vergil Ortiz Jr. He stands at 19 wins, no losses, no draws, 19 wins by knockout. So Vergil Ortiz has one of the highest KO ratios in boxing at 100%. So he has knocked out every opponent to date. Vergil Ortiz, serious power, kind of like a cagey, a boxy fighter, kind of like a tight, real tight fighter, like to punch out of his guard a lot. Don't really see him with the best footwork, not really the best head movement. His defense is probably a little bit questionable as well, but he has enormous punching power. So, and his chin. I've seen him hurt a little bit. Maurice Hooker hurt him. Kavalauskas hurt him. So he's been hurt. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have a chin. He bounced back, and he commenced to whoop ass. He was hurt by Kavalauskas, knocked him out. He was hurt by Maurice Hooker, knocked him out. Same thing I'll be trying to explain to you dudes about Errol Spence and about Terrence Crawford. The Spence fans like to discredit this man, talk about he has no chin, and bro, you never hear people say Vergil Ortiz don't have a chin just because he got rocked a few times in a fight. So always, this is weird with these boxing fans, man. They pick and choose who they think got a chin and who don't. When you say one fighter got rocked, he don't got a chin, but then the very next fighter that you like also got rocked, but you don't say nothing about his chin. And then they both did the exact same thing by winning, by knockout, but magically Terrence Crawford's the only one that doesn't have a chin. It's just weird shit, man. But anyway, Vergil Ortiz stands at 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He's 25 years old. All right, so he has some height on him and a pretty decent reach, and he has his youth. So we got Eimantas Stanionis. All right, he is standing at 14 wins, no losses, 9 wins by way of knockout with a 60% KO ratio. All right, so when you look at Stanionis' KO ratio, is 60%. He has power too. He has good power. Not as heavy of a puncher as Vergil Ortiz, but great power. And he has some decent speed. That one might be a little difficult, like as far as the speed, because they both seem like they got almost, their speed is right neck and neck with each other. But Stanionis, his jab is decent. It's not as good as Vergil's jab. He also has a nice chin on him too. You saw that mainly in that Butayev fight. That's probably one of his toughest fights. That is his toughest fight he's been in. It was with Butayev. And they were just banging it out in that fight. He went the whole 12 with Butayev. All right. Now, Butayev, I just clicked on him. He has good power. He has a 68% knockout ratio. So he was taking some shots from Butayev. But keep in mind, Butayev don't hit nearly as hard as Vergil Ortiz. So, yeah. How do I say? Oh, yeah, sorry. 68% reach and a 5'8" in height. So he is shorter than Vergil Ortiz and has a shorter reach. All right, so, he has to leap in for his jab. His jab is not going to reach Vergil as easy as Vergil would reach him. But this fight, you're going to see these dudes. This is going to be one of them fights where somebody's getting knocked out. This is not going the distance, man. This is one of those fights. We're getting pretty much probably like a precursor view to the Spence-Crawford fight. Because it might look something like that. Stanionis is probably comparable to Crawford almost, and like Vergil comparable to like an Errol Spence. So this is going to be a barn burner. It's one of them kind of fights that, you will want that to be on the undercard with Spence Crawford. You know, that undercard is really not all that good for that fight. You know, it's crazy. But, yeah, they're going to mix it up. They're going to be on the inside a lot this fight. I won't be surprised, though, if you see Stanionis try to box a little bit. But I don't think that's what he's going to really do. I think he's going to go in there and just try to take it to Vergil, man. I don't know if that's going to be really a good idea. But considering that Vergil's been hurt, I've you know, the funny thing about this is I've watched quite a few of Stanionis' fights. I have never seen him really hurt, you know, at all. I think maybe Butayev buzzed him a little bit to the body. I've never seen him hurt to the head. All right. Now, Maurice Hooker, he hurt Stanionis. Maurice Hooker is not even a big puncher like that. He has 54% knockout ratio, okay? He's not the biggest of punchers. He has pretty respectable power, but he's not the biggest of punchers, all right? Kavaliauskas is a good puncher. And that's to my point again. When Kavaliauskas hurt Bud was chinny. But when he hurt Vergil not chinny. Yeah, you know. I don't know what that's about, but, you know, whatever. So he's been hurt. Vergil's chin is a little bit more proven than Stanionis' chin. So Stanionis is going to have to be extremely careful fighting Vergil Ortiz mid-range. He's going to have to be careful. And he's going to have to be careful fighting him inside because Vergil's body game is crazy. So he's going to have to be really careful fighting Vergil Ortiz on the inside. He's going to have to, you know, use that low guard, I guess his elbows to block them body shots, man, because they coming. And they coming with conviction. So I don't know if Stanionis can hurt him, man. Stanionis could definitely hurt Vergil. So Vergil got to be careful, but Stanionis has to be extra careful. All right. This is. I think you're gonna see both of them hurt in this fight. I think you're gonna see Vergil hurt, and I think Stanionis is the first time you're gonna see him really hurt. You're gonna see him hurt this fight. Who do I got winning, man? I got Stanionis peppering Vergil with his jab. Vergil marks up a lot too. That's another thing another thing to be concerned about. Vergil, every fight, his face is marked up. And Stanionis is gonna mark up his shit. So hopefully we don't get like an eye closed up or something like that. We get a nice long fight if it goes the distance. But I think this fight, I don't think it's gonna be any knockouts. I said this is a fight that's we gonna see like, you know, I'm going back and forth with it in my head. I'm trying to gauge it right. You know, it's just, you can see knockout because this has knockout written all over it, but then at the same time, you can see it going the distance. But I have to say this, man, to be honest. I don't know. I think Stanionis is just tough as nails, man. I think this fight go the distance, man. I don't think this one is gonna go by knockout. I don't see it. I see Stanionis weathering the storm. I think he gonna get beat up pretty good in this fight though, to the decision for Vergil Ortiz. So I think this fight is gonna be a ball burner. You're gonna see a lot of body shots thrown in this fight. You're gonna see both of them get hurt. I don't know, to the body. I see Stanionis get hurt to the body and Vergil get hurt to the head. And both of them weathering into a decision for Vergil Ortiz, pulling it off for a 12-round decision. Just my take. It's your boy Rebel Life Boxing. Let me know what you think. I'll catch y'all later on the next one. And I'm out.